At a towering 20 feet high and 25 feet wide, the Embrace is meant not only to be seen, but to be experienced. Executive Director of Embrace Boston, Imari Paris Jeffries.
Boston, as a multicultural city, needs more symbols, needs more spaces where people of color feel like they belong, and that's a part of our work.
The sculpture is inspired by a photograph of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. hugging his wife Coretta Scott King in 1964 after he'd learned he'd been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize.
We know that monuments, memorials, street names, symbols, they shape the space, the attitudes, the values of a city, a culture, a neighborhood.
Made from 38,000 pounds of bronze, the magnificent monument to the couple's love was unveiled on Boston Common, the country's oldest public park, on January 13th, 2023.
The Embrace is a symbol belonging for the city of Boston.
I like where it's positioned at. You can pass Tremont Street and see it right here, so it's an honor to be here.
This very visible symbol was created by artist Hank Willis Thomas, and like most forms of art, takes shape in many ways.
While standing here in the center, Hank Willis Thomas says you are in the heart of the King's Embrace.
I wanted to make a monument that really celebrated their spirit of communal love, nonviolence, embracing those who we agree with and care about, and those who we don't agree with and don't care about us.
So when you're standing out there now in Boston Common and you're looking at this amazing piece that you've created, what do you feel?
I actually don't normally look at the piece, I look at the people. When they go inside it, there's almost this holy experience.
Hank Willis Thomas is a renowned conceptual artist whose work, rooted in social justice and racial equity, has been exhibited all over the world.
I imagine it as this infinite loop of arms locking, and I was nervous because I wanted to make something that really honored them, and I felt like by removing their faces from this, it might be too abstract, but I also thought that they're more than the way they looked.
While Thomas had great purpose creating this work, he says the heart shape many people see from a certain angle was not intentional.
Until the work is complete, you don't really get to know it. To think about the viewer becoming almost a replacement for the heartbeat of their love is something that is pretty deep, and I wish I could have thought of beforehand. There's something cosmic happening. It's so much bigger than me.
While the Embrace is widely acclaimed, there was some initial criticism.
In every work of art, it's open to interpretation. You can't do something radical like that and put it in public space without getting pushback and feedback.
Naysayers aside, Thomas says the sculpture's unveiling was one of the most meaningful moments of his life, and he hopes the Embrace inspires others for years to come.
Having a public space dedicated to monumental love of descendants of slaves who chose through faith and creative nonviolence to galvanize the best of our society towards the greater good is something that I just deeply cherish, and I know that story will grow over time.
Whether you consider yourself an amateur astronaut or just have interstellar interests, there's a new interactive experience designed to take you back in time and into space.
This exhibit takes us to the moon and back. It appeals to all the senses.
Space Adventure is the largest traveling space exhibit in the United States, and its first stop is here in Chelsea. Manager Nadine Freeman.
All of this is right here at our fingertips. Right from the start, you're brought into the experience.
The exhibit celebrates one of the U.S. space program's greatest achievements, putting a man on the moon.
People are in awe of going to the moon.
There are 300 original NASA artifacts on display inside this 35,000 square foot facility.
There's a little bit of everything in this room, including a dozen interactive computers. People love seeing the spacesuits.
There's also a tribute to the women who worked at NASA during the space race.
I've learned so much. I can't believe how much goes into the building of it and the things that you don't think about, like, you know, filtering the carbon dioxide that the astronauts are breathing out.
The food.
Jody Rockford is from Millis. Her sister Linda Morales is visiting from Florida, not far from the Kennedy Space Center.
Space has always been part of our daily tapestry. And I was born in '69, the year we walked on the moon, so seeing all the behind-the-scenes stuff of space, that's just been really special to me.
The exhibit is divided into 5 rooms, one of which includes a simulated launch.
You feel what it is like to go up into space and then land on the moon.
Welcome to the Eastern Control Room.
Another room features the original computers from the NASA Space Center and a hologram guide that tells you all about them.
We have the replica of the capsule that the 3 astronauts lived in for 7 days. Incredible, not for one that's claustrophobic.
The tour is self-guided, but there are staff members stationed throughout the space to answer any questions.
There is something for everyone here. If you're 2 or 92, you will enjoy this.
And organizers say expect to spend about 90 minutes to 2 hours at Space Adventure, and it's up until just April 2nd.
And back to the Embrace, 126 teams submitted concepts worldwide to create that statue, and it's the first public art piece on the Common in more than 30 years. And I have to say, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's right in our own backyard, and it looks very different in person than it does on television or in print. It's massive, it's impactful, and every angle is different.